So the question in the subquery that we have given is find the employee name, job, department number, and location who is staying in Dallas. So what to do? Just this is we are getting these columns from two tables, employee and department. Okay, so you have to take two tables and those columns, corresponding columns. As you are taking more than one column, then we have to do join. E dot department number equal to D dot department number. Now the question is who is staying in Dallas? So Dallas is a location we are getting in the department table. So D dot location equal to Dallas. Simple. So whoever is staying in Dallas, will get those names. Clear? Yeah. You can save it. So now next is correlated subquery. So this is again an intro question. What is the difference between subquery and correlated? CO, not core. Okay, so correlated subquery. So basically, you understood the subquery. Subquery means what? Subquery means it will fetch that query inside the query. It will give the output. Then from that output, the outer query will give the result. Okay. But in case of correlated subquery, what will happen? Inside we have a query that will depend upon the outside query. Inside query will execute by depending upon the outside query. That is nothing but your correlated subquery. So it is the two queries are correlated each other. Okay. That means we'll give you example how it is. It is fetching row by row. So while fetching the row by row, every time what will happen? The inner query will depend on the outer queries. So the both query will be interlinked to get the output row by row. That is nothing but your correlated subquery. Let's I'll tell you one example. The question is here to find the nth highest salary. Okay, nth highest salary means, let's say find the maximum salary. Okay, so you can find, okay, maximum salary is 5,000. What is the second highest salary? What is the third highest salary? So like that. What is the nth highest salary? Okay, so okay, just do the question is right. Find the nth highest salary. So now just do select star from EMP. Now do order by salary descending. So descending means it will be higher to lower. So you'll get first 5,000, then slowly it will decrease. So highest salary is 5,000. What is the second highest? 3,000. What is the third highest? 2,975. What is the fourth highest? 2,450. Okay. Suppose I'll tell you the question is like find the maximum salary. That means you will get 5,000 if you do max. But how to get second highest? How to get third highest? How to get fourth highest? How will you know? That is a intro question must. Okay. So here you can use that correlated subquery. How it is correlating and how we are getting the output, let me explain it. Okay. So now write that query. So this is the generalized query to find the nth highest salary. So here, instead of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you can give, accordingly it will give the that highest salary. So let me explain you how this works. This is nothing but your correlated subquery. See here, salary, I want to see what is the highest. So we can use only one table, employee, right? But here the logic how we are applying. Here there is again subquery we have written to select count of distinct salary from employee B, where A dot salary is smaller than equal to B dot salary. Okay, so that means A means what? A means employee A. B dot salary means employee B inside the subquery, inner query. A dot salary means outer query. We are using only employee table, but there is a inside one employee table, outside one employee table. So always it is going and checking the outer employee table. Then it is checking smaller than equal to or not, then it is giving accordingly. So every time it will go outside, check and give the output, then it will give the result. So this is nothing but your correlated subquery. So this is related with the outer query and the inner query are related here. Okay. Now let me explain in detail how this logic works. Okay. Now open your Excel sheet. So here employee, we are taking as a same table, employee table, because salary is there in employee table, but we are using that table in two different names. We are giving a name, alias name A and alias name B. Let's say some salary is 2000, 3000, 1000, 800, 600. Same also this side. Okay. Now go to your tool. Here the logic is, what is the logic? Logic is there in the where condition. Smaller than equal to. A dot salary smaller than equal to. Okay. Now come to Excel. So here you between two cell column you give smaller than equal to. Cell column is there, right? The second row. In between blank is there. B column. Come to B column. There you give smaller than equal to. Smaller than equal to, not greater than. Okay, this is the condition we have written right in the our query. Go to query. Code. So you have written A dot salary smaller than equal to B dot salary. Okay, so that's smaller than equal to. Why you have given smaller than equal to? There is a logic behind it. Okay. Now we are in the inner query. We are counting the distinct salary. Okay. Now go to that Excel. So in the D column after cell, in the D column write count. Perfect. So now let me ask you, what is the third highest salary? Okay. What is the third highest salary from here?
1000.
Huh?
1000.
1000, right?
Yes, sir. 1000.
1000 rupees. Okay. So now how this logic is working? See, this is the outer query is selecting employee, from employee selecting the salary. The inner query also selecting salary. Now it is doing smaller than equal to between these two, inner query and outer query. So first outer query will give 2000. Okay. Then it will check 2000 is smaller than equal to 2000. Yes or no?
It is equal to.
2000 is smaller than equal to 2000.
It is only equal to, sir. It is not smaller.
Correct. So highlight the 2000. highlight the 2000 with the yellow color. Now let's compare first 2000 with all these things. No, don't do that. Just do from the B, give all the colors, and B salary, give all the colors. 2000 to 600, all the columns you give some different color. All don't give red, give blue, green or blue. Correct. Okay. Now 2000 will compare with 2000. 2000 is smaller than equal to 2000. Yes. So count will 1. Write 1. You write yes. Just write yes. Now again, 2000 is smaller than equal to 3000.
No.
Right? No. 2000 is smaller than equal to 1000.
Yes.
No.
No.
2000 is greater than, not smaller than. 2000 is smaller than equal to 2000 is smaller than equal to 3000. That is 3000. Second one is yes. Second one is yes. Now 2000 is smaller than equal to 800.
No.
No. 2000 is smaller than equal to 600. No. Okay. Now count how many years are there.
2.
2. So now the count is 2. Now go to your this one. Toad. So in this sub-query, you will get 2. So now if you write here 2, instead of 1, write 2. Now 2 equal to 2. That means this is your second highest salary, 2000. So this query, this inner query is counting like this. So it will check one by one, how many years are there. So total 2. So are you asking for second highest? Then if it is 2, it will give the second highest. Now go to Excel. Now it will give 2000 is the second highest. Now let's do for 800. Just give a different color to 800. This side, other side. Now do the same thing. In E column, right? 800 is smaller than equal to 2000. $800 is smaller than equal to 2000. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? Yes or no? You write. Like that you do all. So how many years are there?
4.
So now the fourth highest salary is 800. Is it correct? Fourth highest salary is 800.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So this is how the logic works. So when you are explaining anything to your interviewer or any your colleague or your friends, so try to explain in this way. Then only, see, query anybody can write, but try to understand how it works. So this inner query is counting this one. And how many years are there? Yes means what? This condition satisfying, smaller than equal to condition is satisfying. That many count it is giving. Now go to your Toad. So here what will happen? Now this inner query will do the logic as you explained in the Excel sheet. Now whatever the value will give, if it is matching, that value will come, then it will give that result. Again, you'll ask why we are giving the distinct here. Okay, distinct salary, because let's say 2 times it is there, 3,000, 3,000 2 times. So it will come 2 times. But I don't want 2 times. I want only 1 time. Okay, go to your Excel. Let's say after 600, write again 2,000, 2,000, or 3,000, 3,000, you write 3,000. This side also 3,000, because some employees getting same salary. Two employees are getting same salary. Okay. So, but I don't want, if 3,000 is the first highest salary, just give 1 time 3,000 enough. No need to give 2 times, right? That's why you are giving distinct. Clear? Or any doubt?
Yes.
Yeah, you understood the logic, right? Okay. Now go to your stored. So here, this is nothing but your correlated subquery. If anybody asks you, you can explain, you can tell like this. Let me give an example, and this is the example and how it works. Okay. So in that way, you can make them explain, okay, this is the work correlated subquery works. Because it is depending on the outer query, inner query, row by row. But subquery is different. Subquery means the inner query is giving the output, then outer query is executing. That's it. But here they are related each other. Okay. Then save it. So row num in Oracle, row num is there to find the row number. Okay. So let's say select star from EMP. Run it. So you are getting 14 records. Okay. Let's say we have millions of records. We'll get all the records, but I don't want. I want only, let's say, 5 records. So you can write where select star from employee where row num less than equal to 5. Row num is a single word. Smaller than equal to 5. Semicolon. Remove the above semicolon. Run it. So we'll get a 5 records because I'm telling I want only 5 records. Now enter. Now just give row num equal to 1. Same thing, just give row num equal to 1. Give only equal to, not smaller than equal to. You'll get 1 record. Okay. Now enter. Now give greater than equal to 5. Okay, here you won't get any records. So greater than won't work for row num. Okay. So row num greater than won't work. Okay. Now enter. Give row num equal to 2. Same thing, row num equal to 2. Or equal to 5 or 2, whatever. Now run it. So this also won't work. Okay. So apart from one row num equal to 1, if you give 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it won't work. So row num will not work for greater than and equal to apart from 1. So it will work only for smaller than and smaller than equal to. And only equal to 1. This above 2 will only work. Okay. So when you are using row num, you can use only smaller than or smaller than equal to or equal to 1. This greater than or equal to 2, equal to 3, equal to 4, it won't work. Clear? You can save it.
Yes, sir.
You can save it. Now write select row num comma row ID comma user comma UID comma ename comma job, enter from EMP. Run it. Okay. So here in employee table, we have employee name and job, but we are using row num, row ID, user ID, we are using, right? These are called pseudo columns. In the heading, you write pseudo columns. Pseudo means false. Okay, just write pseudo columns. Spelling PSEUDO. Okay, so pseudo columns means false column. We can use in any table, but it is not there, but you can use it. That means what is the row num? Row num means it will give the serial number. Okay, now row ID, why row ID is not coming? Okay, go to the output. Output that heading is row number is there, right? Just near to that left side, don't click it, cancel. Near to that there is a three bar, click on that. No, after that row num there is three. Before that, before row num left side there is a three dot. Click on that. There is a row ID, check that option. Row ID, check that option. Row ID, check it. Okay, now escape. Click outside. So by default row ID is unchecked. Okay, so now you can see the row num, row ID, user. Row ID means it is a address of that row, that record. For every record there is a address. Like every house there is a address. For every record there is a some address will be there. Internal purpose. User means which user is using Scott. For that Scott, the user ID is 84. These are the false column. It is there, but you can use in any column. By default, it will be there. Okay. Clear? Yeah. So these are sometimes they may ask what is the pseudo columns. You can tell all these things. You can save it. So we'll stop here. We'll do the next topic in our next session.